Nobody warned me that starting a YouTube channel would change the way that I experienced almost everything. And I don't mean in the whole YouTube changed my life way that you've seen other creators talk about before. I mean it changed how I watch videos on the platform, how I pick where to live, and even how I travel. There's this shift that happens once you start to commit to making content, and I didn't see it coming at all. Now, when I started to get into a groove making videos, I feel like I started to develop this creator brain, where a lot of the things that I do on like a daily basis are influenced by being a YouTuber. And it sounds weird, but I think I can make it make sense. I'm willing to bet a decent amount of money that most creators start the same when they decide to start making videos on YouTube. You watch the videos from the gurus saying all the things that you need to do to get people to actually watch your videos and to subscribe to your channel. Your thumbnails and titles need to work together to catch attention, and your hooks need to be punchy and enticing to keep these viewers from clicking away. You need to maintain view duration by switching up things in your video, and all these things are true. Thumbnails and titles need to pull people in, and you have to find ways to get people to stick around on your videos. But then you eventually realize that those same things have been working on you the whole time. Before knowing how YouTube works and how the algorithm functioned, I was just a casual YouTube watcher. I watched videos on things like anime and food and gaming, sports, etc. And I never really gave too much thought as to why I liked certain videos as opposed to others. But after I started creating, I started to really pay attention to the reasons why I watched what I watched. Now I look at thumbnails and I say things like, I see why I decided to watch this, or I maybe see why I didn't want to watch it. Maybe the creator's doing some sort of A/B test and you see that same video pop up in your subscribe feed, and now you're a lot more willing to click on it now that the thumbnail has changed from the first thumbnail to the second thumbnail. And when I'm watching a video, I'm a lot more aware of the methods that are used to maintain my attention. I notice the cuts and the use of captions and effects regularly, and I understand why I'm sticking around. Then I compare it to maybe a newer creator that I've discovered that I like, or even my own personal and maybe my current videos. And I noticed that when there's less going on, my attention naturally starts to deviate more. And if I really enjoyed the video and there's a call to action at the end, if I had a good time watching, I really am more likely to answer that call and comment something. Again, literally all the things that you're taught are true, and you don't even realize that you've been doing it as a viewer this whole time. But now you have this creator brain constantly turned on, and so you pick up on these patterns much more. And this doesn't only apply to me when I'm on YouTube, because it happens in my real life as well. As a travel physical therapist, I move around a lot, and prior to me starting to make content on here, the process of picking housing for my jobs was simple. I picked where I lived mainly based on things like commute and if they were close to, the buildings and places I like to go to, like the gym or my grocery stores. Now the process of looking for my housing is a bit more extensive because when I'm looking into housing, I'm looking into the details of each room. Is there good natural lighting in some of the rooms? Is there a little desk or a workspace where I can sit and edit at? Does the couch look like a place I can film, lower stress talking head videos at? These are the things I have to keep in mind personally in my life, so it might be different for all of you. But again, that creator brain strikes again because I want to put myself in places that will allow me to continue to make good content. And that noticeable change was really interesting to me. Now, as someone that enjoys traveling, not only for work, but also for fun, I have the opportunity to do a lot of cool things. I go on road trips and I meet interesting people with different life experiences. I can take time off between my jobs to travel with friends and see beautiful things. I get to have these unique experiences that can only really happen because of this constantly on the move lifestyle that I have. And I try to make it easy to record the things that I do. And that's why I have a little mini tripod stand on the back of my phone. And that's why I bought the Osmo Pocket 3. But sometimes when I'm out, I just want to live my life in the moment. And I don't want to feel like I have to film every single little thing I do. And sometimes it's just a lot. I enjoy getting better at making content, but I don't want to become too obsessed with it to the point where it's not fun anymore. And there are days where I go out with no intention of recording anything just to give creator brain a break. And that'll be the day that I stumble on something amazing on accident, like a street festival or a nice piece of alley artwork that would have made some really cool B-roll. And then I regret not bringing my camera. With creator brain, there are times I feel kind of lazy or like I'm wasting an opportunity if I'm not recording my life, or if I'm not always looking for a good B-roll shot. I've literally taken vacations where I did little to no filming and I ended up feeling bad for enjoying myself, if that makes sense. And I don't know if I just feel like other more professional YouTubers just never waste an opportunity to film. And sometimes it's easy to convince myself that I'm not working hard enough at getting better on here. I've gotten better recently, and I don't usually feel as bad for not filming every single little moment, but it's something that definitely took a little bit of time for me personally. So here's the thing nobody tells you when you start making videos. Your creator brain doesn't ever really clock out. You can close your laptop or you can leave your camera at home, but there will always probably be this little tiny part of you that just keeps going in the background. thinking about your next video or what topic you might want to do next, or why your last video didn't really take off like you wanted. And to be very clear, I'm not complaining at all, and I think this is a great thing. And honestly, it's a great mindset shift to have. I do think if you want to be great at something, you have to be like slightly obsessed. I do think to be great at something, you do have to be slightly obsessed with it, but not in like a toxic, that's all you focus on type of way. More in a healthy, like, I want to learn everything I can so there's no excuse not to succeed type of way. And I feel like that's the mindset shift where Creator Brain has led me right now. When I first started posting, YouTube was very intimidating to me. And intimidating because there are millions of creators on here and millions of videos are uploaded every day. I had no idea where to start or how it could possibly stand out. I'd spend hours on a video just to post it and then refresh the analytics every 20 minutes like it would change anything. And then there was just this noticeable gap between how I picture my videos looking and what I was actually able to produce at the time. I watch other creators and their pacing and editing just seemed so much more natural and effortless compared to mine, and it was humbling. And this is where a lot of people tend to quit, which is honestly understandable. But somewhere along the way, there was a shift, and I can't tell you exactly when it happened, but YouTube stopped feeling like this huge task and more like something I was just truly interested in getting better at. And I want to get better at something brings a completely different energy than I'm afraid of being bad. And I think that's the real benefit of Creator Brain, from the decisions that I make to the way I watch other creators now. None of it comes from a place of anxiety or fear. I do it because I care, and I just want to put myself in a position to just make better content, honestly. I just don't want to leave opportunities to improve on the table, and Creator Brain has made me just more aware of what works on YouTube and what I still need to improve on. So I still bring my camera everywhere a lot of the time, and I take my time setting up my filming background, not today, and I still study other videos pretty hard. If a video of mine does well, I go back and I figure out why I connected. If it doesn't, like most of them still kind of do at the time, I go back, I review it, and I try to figure out what to do differently. And once that shift happens, YouTube stops being something that makes you so nervous and it starts being something that makes you want to show up. I don't think that happens without going through the scary part first. Every person has seen like some variation of that YouTube changed my life, like those type of videos. And they're great videos to make. I've watched a ton of them, and hopefully I get to make one of those myself. I'd honestly say that YouTube has changed my life too, and it's responsible for a lot of self-improvement I've gone through in the last year, but not in the way that's usually talked about in those type of videos. I don't have thousands of subscribers or brand deals blowing up my email yet, but in the way that I think about almost everything, like I talked about earlier in the video. Starting this channel slowly rewired something in how I process things in my own life. I'm just a lot more intentional with everything that I do, and that version of me is a better creator and honestly a better physical therapist too. Content creation didn't change my life, it just changed how I experience it. Those are very different things, and I think the second one might be more valuable, honestly. Nobody warned me that starting a YouTube channel would change the way I experience my own personal life. And I don't know if that's a warning or an endorsement to start a channel. Maybe a bit of both. Just know, starting a YouTube channel will change you, and it's gonna start working its way into your everyday life. If you've ever experienced Creator Brain in any way like I described in this video, let me know down below in the comments, just to let me know I'm not alone. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.